Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a Los Angeles Chargers draft review. If you're interested in any of these teams alphabetically before the Chargers, like any of these teams to the left, videos are already out. And today we're talking about the Chargers though, and we're gonna get to every team as the offseason goes on. So if your team's after, don't worry, it'll be out soon. Also, a lot of film rooms on the way, especially like Zion Johnson, that's either out or coming out very soon. So make sure to check those out. Probably your favorite prospect. It's probably out and it's probably done. So without any further ado though, let's get into the breakdown. So there's the Chargers needs: tackle, tight end, linebacker, guard, and edge. And they only filled guard, and I think they did that very well. First of all, with the 17th overall pick, and that was Zion Johnson. He was my, I think, number one interior prospect before the draft. I've since recently grown on Kenyon Green a little bit more, but Zion Johnson is really, really good. And I think he's a plug-and-play starter for them at guard, and I think he's going to be a high-caliber player. I think he's going to be so good as a young guy alongside Rashawn Slater, and I think he could have a similar rise to dominance just even in his rookie year. So, love this pick, but after this pick, it got a little bit more questionable. JT Woods out of Baylor at pick 15 in the third round was solid value, but I just don't think they needed him. I know you're trying to go best player available, but I mean, you've got to fill, and you cannot have Storm Norton starting at tackle again. I don't know if he's, at the top of their current depth chart, but still something they need to probably go a little more heavy on at tackle. But JT Woods, don't hate the pick at all. That's fine value, but just didn't love it. Then in the fourth round, they got Isaiah Spiller, the kind of do-it-all back out of Texas A&M. Again, solid value. Don't love the pick. Don't hate it. Definitely don't hate it. But he's just really good. He's fine. Like, he's going to contribute definitely from year one. And I think in the fourth round, solid value. Then in the fifth round, they got my guy out of UCLA, nose tackle. Not going to butcher his name, but I think he's going to be really helpful in their rebuild of the defensive line that they've been doing this offseason. Again, their free agency class was elite. Their draft class definitely less so, but I think still building that defensive line is, good thing to do in the fifth round. Then they got Jamari Sawyer out of Georgia in the sixth round. Thought that was really good value. He was one of the steals of the draft for a lot of people, whether he plays guard or tackle, or when he's even played center. I think this is really good value here in the sixth round. And honestly, he's a guy who could have a Trey Smith kind of rise and end up maybe even starting for the Chargers. Then with their next two picks, they got two corners, Jasir Taylor and Dean Leonard out of Wake Forest and Ole Miss. Taylor, return guy, small with a lot of speed, and then Leonard is probably more of a cover guy who is tall, great speed as well, and I think both guys that are going to contribute on special teams. Then with their last pick at near the bottom of the seventh round, they got Xander Horvath out of Purdue. Fullback who is going to be fun, can definitely get some important snaps. I think good value here to pick a fullback that you really like. And I saw a little bit of Horvath when I was watching David Bell, and I thought he was a solid player, and I think this is good value. So let's wrap it up. Not a huge fan of this draft. This is one of probably my least favorite drafts. Again, they got Zion Johnson. I love that, and I know they didn't have a second round pick because of Khalil Mack, but I just don't think they really killed it down the board. These corners are all right. Horvath is probably good value. I like Sawyer. I like, my guy at UCLA, but especially this third round pick, I feel like kind of sours it for the most part. But again, Isaiah Spiller was solid value. Zion Johnson, again, great value. This was a slam dunk pick. I think he's going to be so good. But JT Woods there, I just don't think was the best thing they could have done with the value, even though he's a good player. But Chargers fans, let me know how you feel, because definitely you can feel another way. And I'm not just saying this as a Chiefs fan, because I love a good draft class no matter who it's from. But again, let me know what you think of this, and make sure to stay tuned for more film rooms and more of these draft breakdowns as the offseason goes on. Suggest more prospects I should do film rooms on down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.